Hello, my name is Emma Friel, Creative Practice student at Newcastle College, and in this vlog I am sharing my development of my project for Level 6. The project is a webcomic named Crumbs, revolving around pigeons and the various trials and tribulations they encounter. Now, it shall be stated immediately that the project will, at the very least initially, not be hosted on its own website, but rather on the website Tumblr. The site is very easy to work with, or at least it is once you get used to it, but it's quite easy for people to see your work and share it, so it can get spread around very easily and gain a readership. Granted, it would be impressive for me to set up my own webpage initially, but in one of my very helpful texts, How to Make Webcomics, which has pretty much become my Bible at this point, mentions that for the first year or so, the content itself should be priority rather than the website and how it looks. And I want to take a lot of time to make the comic itself the best it can be in my eyes. So yeah, you could say I'm wimping out for now, but there's nothing stopping me from putting it on a whole new site in the future. Anyway, with deadlines looming, I think it's best that we stick to what we can manage for now. So, let's push on. This is what everyone will see when they first arrive. We have this teaser image here that shows an example of how the comic pages will be presented. As you can see, the layout is portrait. And once more pages are added, there will be an option underneath to go back and forth. What I would like to do would be to add a first page option with the other tabs on the left side, where the comic can be read in order from the first to the most recent. There's the archive option that people can also use if they wish to do so. Here we have the About page, where we just have a short summary of what the comic entails. It's important to have the synopsis be quite vague, as there are a lot of directions the story will be going in. I also intend to have it last for quite a few years before I run out of ideas for it. I figured it was important to add a little message to the reader, hoping they enjoy the stories. I also figured it would be a good idea to warn them of any potential adult themes. While I don't intend to introduce any obvious ones myself, there's always the risk that it could make someone uncomfortable, so I find it best to warn people beforehand. Next we have the Character tab, which is basically a quick summary of the main cast and a few secondary characters. This will be expanded on once more pigeons are added, and trust me, there will be more. There's not much to really say here. It's just a quick summary of who the character is, a short backstory if relevant, quirks and traits they have, and so on. Then we have the blog, which is actually a redirect to my Let's Animate blog on Blogger. Just wait for the darn thing to show. I won't say much here because that's a whole other kettle of fish, and I would much rather do a separate vlog. But if you would like to check it out, it's emmafriel.blogspot.co.uk, or you can type Let's Animate, as seen here, into Google and it should be the first result. There is also the Crumbs project tab, which is mainly going to be the focus of my next vlog. It keeps everyone up to date on Crumbs' progress, which reminds me, I really should mention the vlog and of course the Tumblr blog. But there is also the chance to look at any other projects I have worked on here and there. Here we have concept art, which some of you may be familiar with. The coloured work has been printed out and put in a portfolio which I intend to present at final show, along with various other Crumbs related things, but we'll expand on that a little later. I'm also considering adding sketches here, as I was initially just going to share full coloured work and final concepts, but I have a feeling people would enjoy seeing unfinished stuff as well. Extras is an interesting one, because here I am taking the chance to share my Crumbs t-shirts that are hosted on Redbubble, as seen here. They're on sale now, so if you know anyone that might like having some insane pigeons on their chest, feel free to direct them right here. I've also done badges, although as there's a new member of the main cast since the badges were designed, I believe an addition is in order. Not to mention probably redesigning the look as well, because let's be honest, they're quite bland, and I would like to put some individuality between all of the design. I'd also like to offer wallpapers and other free things that people could find interesting, but before I decide anything, I wish to have a further look around and see what other people have done to inspire me with my own. Now we have fan art, which wasn't originally planned, but I could hardly let this go to waste. Some of my wonderful friends were very kind enough to take the time to create art based on the comic for me. Of course I'm grateful for anyone who would do such a thing, and what better way to show that than to share it right here. It's really amazing to have other people draw your characters and see what they look like in their design. It can also be a chance to introduce other artists to the readers as well, and send some traffic their way. The links tab is an idea I had with Rachel Rutherford, whose amazing talent you just saw on the fan art page, and who is also developing a webcomic for her Level 6 project. As you can see, hers is currently unlinked due to it still being in progress, but you can bet I will be linking it as soon as humanly possible. Underneath are a few of the webcomics I am a fan of. I'm not able to send all of my links to you, as a few can be quite violent and I would like to keep the links quite tame, at least until I have a clear idea of what direction my webcomic is going. The comics have all been linked, so all you have to do is click on them, and voila, there you are, right there. I also took the opportunity to share some of the books that have helped me throughout this project. I joined the Amazon Associates program and have been given links to share. If someone buys one of these books, I am able to get a small amount of profit. But, while getting some extra pocket money is good, it's mainly to share some of my tools with any budding cartoonists and comic artists out there, so that it can help them out as well. This page isn't finished, by the way. I aim to add more books and more webcomic links as soon as I can think of them. Now a contact page for people who wish to get in touch with me or find me in other places. Some of my email addresses are mentioned right here. Here are some social networking sites I am a part of, and any other places where people can see my work and animations. I find this important so that people can follow me and feel they can build up a closer bond, which can really help people enjoy someone's work better. It's always good to make friends and be there for people. I like to think I'm approachable. Hopefully I am. And finally, I was a little wary of adding this option, but here is the donate with PayPal button, in which people can donate as much or as little as they wish, if they would like to do so. Of course it's not something I expect anyone to do, but the option is there, and of course I will be eternally grateful for every donation made. Thank you very much. And that's basically all I have to show you so far. There are a couple of things I would like to add and improve on, and I'm going to share this with a few people so that they can give me feedback on what works and what doesn't. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you enjoyed my quick tour of the Tumblr blog and that it's given you a taster of what to expect. And please, feel free to check out the comic. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.